Okay, am I online? Hold on, let me make sure everything's running. Oh god, my body actually aches a lot. I didn't really sleep for the past, like, yesterday because I needed to do some stuff. So yeah, anyways. Alright, where was I? What you call again? Last time we were at, the thing, intervalo, yeah, that's what it's called. Oh wait, that's not this, where is it? Here, yeah, okay. Oh god, my body actually aches today. My entire body feels like it's being torn apart. Alright, let's see what this is. Let's see. I mean, at least we get warp cranes. I like warp cranes, they're neat, but yeah. What do we have here? Okay. Let's go through it quickly. Worst part is that tonight I also need to like get some stuff done, so chances are I won't be sleeping again. Oh god. Alright, how did this happen? First we board the warp crane to get to our next destination, P Corp. Got into our fancy first class flash freeze hibernation capsules, and we were supposed to arrive at the P Corp after a quick blink of an eye. But then please respond. The first thing I saw when my vision returned was the perplexed look on Foss, who had entered hibernation at the same time as I did. And is it true that you log into her infiltratory chat? No, I guess my brain is just kind of like all over the place currently. No, but yeah. God, did they even welcome all of you? I forgot. Did I swear my brain is broken today. Oh god, welcome. Anyways, I forgot if I did or not, but whatever. Welcome Tao, welcome Kamil, welcome Brian Tan. Sometimes they rate, I forgot. Oh my god, my brain is actually legit being fried. God, I really need more sleep, don't I? Let's see. First thing I saw when my vision returned was the perplexed look on Foss, who had entered hibernation at the same time as I did. And then I realized that we woke up mid-transit on the warp crane, which could only mean that we're now stranded in some lost, unknown dimension. Okay, don't I understand your considerable degree of disorientation, but what the hell happened? Let's see. Example, try a stream checklist. What do you mean? What do you mean stream checklist? First things first. Let's rewind to the very start of this highly unfavorable situation we find ourselves in. A few days ago, our next destination is to a warp crane, Dante. What? Yep, that's where it all started. There I was, still perplexed by the incidents at the Corp, with my awful idea of clearing the air by asking Vergilius for our next destination, not knowing the storm that my innocent question will bring. Verily, I must have misheard. I'm quite certain that you didn't, Quixote. We are now en route to the T-Corp warp crane station. I can't even speak properly, holy shit. That warp station must have some conundrum that must be resolved there, indeed. A quest that must be swiftly addressed at the station, yes? Did the distortion pop up at one of the warp platforms or something? I see that you are now significantly less disinclined to take on some side jobs, but no. We're boarding the warp crane to get to P Corp. End of story. There's nothing between the lines, so don't try reading into it. ... It was only natural that the sinners immediately fell into a state of collective dumbfounded shock. Vergilius and Dante. Oh god. None of these sinners have any history of working at W Corp, but we're actually taking that train? Through what vague information we could gather from the identities, we all had some fragmentary knowledge about the terrible secrets of the warp crane's operations. I initially considered hiding this information from the rest of the sinners, but since sharing things with everyone and letting them get their 2 cents it usually ended up being pretty helpful, I've been sharing some more of these as of late. They're now lost protecting the sinners, Dante, oh dear. I mean, also half accurate considering the lore of fucking VM. Though I have very dim, if present at all, recollections from the time during which I wear the identities. It can be determined from the conversational records between the manager and the identities that the mechanisms behind Warp Train's operations can be deemed as somewhat bizarre and inefficient. Oh yeah, it's that 10-second trip that actually takes a long time, right? And when the train reaches this destination, they just wipe the passengers' memories? I also heard that the passengers get so tired and weary that they start literally ripping and tearing into one another. Sounds like I might finally have a chance to see a masterpiece with my own eyes. Even when the sinners wear the identities through my identity cards, the identities, memories, or beliefs don't bleed into them once it's over and done with. I remember when Foss explained that, due to the risk associated with embracing such influences, there was a filtering process to intentionally block them from reaching the sinners. That's why the sinners could use the identities of some of our worst enemies without getting infected by their philosophies and whatnot. But it also meant that they couldn't retain any new information that each identity had to offer. That's why I keep a track record. I can't speak. That's why I keep a record of some things that sound particularly important and sometimes share it with the rest of the sinners. I really should sleep more, shouldn't I? Fighting the sinner doesn't violate the head slotting. Apparently not. If you eat any more cheese balls, I'm sending it to you with gold shit straight to the glue factory. Oh god. Right. Oh god. My voice really doesn't really carry well past the window. So most of our communications are one-sided, but had an abundance of W Corp identities. I sort of started like I swear I'm struggling to actually speak properly. If I'm gonna try to stream for like an hour, but if by an hour my body doesn't recover, I'm gonna probably wrap it up and then stream again tomorrow, probably continue it tomorrow, cause holy shit, my body is actually falling apart. Oh god, I really need to I really need more sleep. When one hasn't slept, but he has to stream a visual novel tonight. Yeah. Oh god, I can't actually speak properly. Oh boy, I had an abundance of W Corp. I had an abundance of W Corp identities, so it wasn't difficult to piece together the truth behind the trains. But maybe ignorance really is bliss. Your alarm response and possible incompliance have already been accounted for. Can we skip Minecraft stream to force you to rest? What do you mean? Skip Minecraft stream? I don't think I'm gonna skip Minecraft stream again because I already skipped 2 weeks of Minecraft. I know Saturday and Sunday will be a stream. Friday I don't usually stream, but if I am actually too tired to continue today, I'll finish Limbus early so that I can sleep. And then I'll continue it tomorrow. Can you sleep 24 hours tomorrow for 12 hours Minecraft stream on Saturday? Oh god. That sounds like torture. Oh dear. You know what, I should just load up a Minecraft stream and then sleep on stream and just let you guys do whatever. See what happens. Let's see. Your alarm response and possible incompliance have already been accounted for. Lady Foss, then thou hast known this all along. Wherefore hast thou not deigned to tell me of this? Foss has indeed known this all along, as no knowledge is out of Foss's reach. As expected, a solution to your dilemma has already been prepared. I seriously doubt your solution involves not getting on the train. So what is it? The bus... Oh, what about this bus? There's no way this thing fits inside a train car. Current Vtos do. No one 2 feet maybe when Karon's gone. Miss Foss, the regular more stale cars of warp trains are all freight cars. That is where my pistol fellas will be safely fastened and transported. Let's see. Might have stream only ends if everybody leaves. Yes. Might have, but the stream ends if the streamer wakes up. Actually, yeah. Actually, real. That kind of sounds funny. I'm gonna set up Minecraft stream and then I'm gonna go to sleep. If I wake up, I stop the stream. If you buy the cheese will roll that practically covers Hunt for enough to do a 10+ hour stream. No, why would I? Minecraft sleep stream, yeah. I'm gonna do a sleep stream at some point because I really need some more sleep. The remote tails of warplanes are all freight cars, and that is where Mephisto fellows will be safely transported, and the LCP will have the benefit of boarding as first-class passengers. The bus begins to swell with noise again, though in a slightly different air to the alarm response from earlier. First-class passengers? What? The seats for those pompous staffs? Even on normal trains, you've got those sots whose proudest accomplishment in life is planting their asses in first-class seats, while others are cramming themselves into freight cars because they haven't the cash for even an economy ticket. The remote conscious sleeping children who woke up from someone donating like $1 to play the E-Rape Among Us alert. Oh god. Just make the sleep stream and less farm cheese balls. Actually, good point. I guess like it is, if I do a sleep stream, it is like the peak sleeping, like a cheese ball farming stream. Maybe. Yeah. Donkey Hotel, yes. Oh dear. But yeah, first day event. I really need more sleep. I'm running on like my last sleep was for like a few hours after the Hollow Knight stream. Since then I haven't slept and it was torture. I got a lot of stuff I need to do. Let's see. Thanks for hydrating me. Where's my water? Though I do kind of want to power through this like today, so that like after this, so today until midnight, around is where I'm gonna stream, and then midnight to morning I do need to get some stuff done. Once that is done, I can actually sleep for like 20 hours straight. I need to wake up again at Saturday early, but yeah. Where's the work even on holidays? Welcome to the work life. We don't get holidays. Holidays is just it's just a myth. Even on nobles, you get those thoughts whose products. Yep, already read that. Hey, don't look at me. I've never been in one of those first class seats before either. Isn't the ticket for a single first class seat like as expensive as 3-4 months' salary of a first year wing employee? Can our budget really handle getting a ticket for all of us? The company's budget is not a subject that warrants your concern. What's sleep? What's a holiday? Sounds like heaven. I know, right? It's a holy day. Oh dear. Of course it sounds heavenly. I really need a holiday. Where do I want to go for like vacation? I wanna go to vacation to like, I don't know, Cuba or some shit. I don't know. It's like they with the most customers, exactly. Oh dear. I heard the first class passengers get some cool bonus stuff like personalized private capsules or something, don't they? That is the promotional language. Yes, they are flash freeze hibernation capsules to be precise. They have been designed to easily withstand the true amount of time it takes for the warp crane to travel from point A to point B. The trip will be over in the blink of an eye for the passengers. The company's regard for our well-being is unfamiliar yet welcome. To be provided such extravagance merely for our comfort, such occurrence is quite seldom. Right? I honestly thought they were going to slip just the guide and Karon into the first-class seats and ship the rest of us in the economy cars. This seems like an unnecessary luxury. They should have saved their budget and given only the executive manager and their loyal advisor access to those seats. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're taking the train to get to our mission, right? Alright? We have to think about the unique nature of warp cranes and prepare ourselves accordingly. Right, I know it's first class and all, but warp cranes are just plain creepy. I know you'd also be worried about. For example, economy passengers are going to have a hard time getting into a first class car if they can even attempt to open it. I mean, I'm pretty sure the door separating the cars is ironclad. So let me chat. Yes, it's super club cameo. What do you mean by that? Explain. There should be a game where the whole game takes place in a 10-second trip. Wait, isn't that like that? Wait, never mind. I thought of a different thing. I thought of fucking like that nuclear game. I forgot. No. Gabriel Overkill. What? Ah, yes. The storm that is approaching. Okay, let's see. Separating cars. Ishmael, who'd been holding that first-class promotional pamphlet in her hands for a while, was chattering on with fire in her eyes. We won't even have to lift a finger. We just have to board the train, get into our capsules, shut our eyes, and snooze through the entire ride until all that messes in the other cars blows over. I heard they used to give out commemorative merch back when their finances were in the gutter and... Oh. A true adventure is not without its hardships, yet even the most exalted of heroes cannot venture without respite, and in very rare occasions, the hero may even deign to select a first-class seat to rest in, in a place of quaint inn. Indeed. I am so broken. Can't wait for Umamusuba stream. Oh god, all of my friends are into that game. I personally don't really know if I want to get into another gacha game. I'm too lazy. Seems like everyone was at least somewhat interested in the fabled first-class seats of war trains. I could sense that there was a growing consensus among the sinners that even a war train trip might be acceptable if it meant that they could ride in the first-class seats. I will board the train if I must. Is first-class seating mandatory? I prefer the scenic route. Don't want to miss out on all the fun. Forgivius pretended to not hear Yoshi's question. First gambling consumes all. I remember watching the tutorial race, then went back to playing Balatro. Yes. Yeah, I haven't even like seen much about it. I just know it was like pretty popular back then, but now apparently it has a resurgence. I think it was a global release or something. I don't know. Vergilius pretended to not hear Yoshi's question. Very well then. I assume that we are all in agreement. Let's go. I've a matter of great import to discuss with thee. What is it? Out with it, lass. Beating around the bush ain't like you. Don Quixote carefully began, almost whispering in a low voice. That is, in the first-class seats. I've heard tell that we must board with our feet free from our boots. Does that claim hold water? Oh dear. Also, you know, maybe we actually like get a fucking discount because like Vergilius is a color, and I know like colors are like kind of very like the war train people do want the colors to go into the crowd chambers because they can cause very like a lot of issues. Oh dear. But yeah. Holy shit, that's a perfect response. Welcome will hit 10k cheese balls in this stream with 30 cheese balls. No. Fighting chance over 4-5. Hanan makes cheese of Balatro mod when I feel like it, I guess. And I haven't played Balatro in a while. I'm scared. Your life depends on it. Oh boy. Let's see. I've heard tell that we must board with our feet free from our boots. Does that claim hold water? Oh come on now, what kind of nonsense gossip is this coming from this time? This is no gossip. Pursuit, I have overheard from those we have walked past here today, and when one of them inquired, you know that you got a barefoot in first class, right? The other responded with, of course man, what am I, stupid? Don't the traveler speak true, Ishmael? Don't ask me, I've never been on one of these either. I don't remember seeing anything like that on the pamphlet. Give me a sec. I must not be separated from Rocinante, not even for a twinkle. I shan't toss Rocinante to the side, next to such vulgarities like the ugly shoes of Sir Heathcliff. Oh dear. Let's see. If I lose this gamble, you will go to the glue factory and become glue. It is decidedly so. I'm gonna stay on those streams if I die. Yeah. Oh my god, the thread actually works. Isn't you a rat? More or less. Welcome, Catter. How's day been? I am dying.
Let's see. Oh, you little
Implore thee, O illustrious red gaze, prithee grant me thy permission and allow me to board with Rocinante. I expected Vergilius to answer with his usual exasperated rebuff. Contrary to my expectations, however, he responded in a somewhat serious tone, if tainted by that familiar annoyance. Fine, keep your shoes on. Okay. Oh dear. Alright, let's go. He's taking too long. Oh dear. Okay, come on. I want to see what's going on. What happened? Okay, I'm surprised cryo freezing still works on Dante. Alright, Fixer, what's this? Yeah. Build the thunder already. Oh dear, good luck. Alright, this place is huge. That was my first impression of the warp train station. Oh, so this is. Don Quixote shouted vibrantly, immediately recovering her previous apprehension of the sheer possibility that she might be separated from Rocinante. So each nest has one of these massive structures in them? I've got nothing. Oi, know anything about what they're asking? Heathcliff asked, gesturing towards Mersault with his chin. Every warp train station has been built with a general design philosophy that draws from their respectiveness as architectural idiosyncrasies. Oh god. It can also be said that many critics in relevant fields praise the warp train stations as one of the many cultural cornerstones of the city. I have no idea when it happened, but Heathcliff started treating Mersault like a walking encyclopedia from time to time. Mersault, young Mersault! Hello, is that passenger over yonder one from the west? Incorrect. Leather-based clothing and metal armor are predominant fashion trends often visible in the outfits of the Western population, while that individual's cloth-based style is something ubiquitously observed throughout the population of North and South. They are largely considered to be an Eastern fashion trend, rarely seen among Western. Pretty, slow thyself, or I must make a record of thy lectures. Oh dear. That wisdom dost thou have to impart regarding the fashion of the northern region. I have once espied in a magazine that they are coupled in puffy, loose-fitting outfits. Understandably so, given the colder climate of the region. An opportunity for first-hand observation stands before you. Whoa! Yes! Crab! Ah! 3 seconds of screaming duet, one of utter fascination, the other of unmitigated frustration. What the shit? You nearly blew out my eardrums! Fish from the north, okay. Whoa. You're the one to talk. Dude, I've got an audible frequency range expansion implant in my eardrums. Holy shit, man! Now get the hell out of my way! You're blocking the walkway like a ragtag band of hicks who's never seen a warp train before. Damn it, I take the train all the way here for an expedition, only to lose my target, and now these assholes are trying to blow out my eardrums. Great, just great. I love this. Wokani. Don't saw the bus driver, yes. There's going to be because one trust. Yeah. Is the office that Cromer hate? Wait, what is it? Oh, like, I guess because they're like robots and shit. I forgot they're robot racists. Yeah, ooh. Guys, is it that obvious that we've never been on a warp train before? And the round trip ticket fee came straight out of my damn pocket. Wow, watch out, big fella. Someone might get seriously hurt if you keep swinging those 4 arms around, each holding a weapon to boot. Wait, 4? Oh yeah, it is 4. I thought it was just like 2. Damn. Ready, wilt thou stand still for but a moment to satisfy a few inquiries of mine regarding thy outfit? Oh, yes, stand in absolute stillness for 5 minutes and I... Seriously? The fixer, with a particularly impressive set of prosthetic arms, spent a few minutes venting several of his numerous grievances at us before storming off to a different platform. Ah, indeed, this grand, the city of sundry odd personalities. I'm pretty sure he was thinking the same thing. I guess there really are a lot of people in the city with full-body prosthetics. That's when Vergilius slowly walked up to our group. Well then, we'll rendezvous at the destination. Huh? Will the illustrious Red Gaze not ride alongside us? W Corp policy demands that fixes bestowed upon with a car title must board a train specially prepared for them instead. Ah, okay, I thought they were like, they just get into the VIP seat. No, apparently. Oh, are you like riding the first class plus or something? That's a color fixer for you, I guess. Special treatment from the wings, no matter where he goes. Karon wants to go back to Maybe. Maybe he'll be lonely. I've told you before, Karon, 3 separate times actually. Each time I bought you one of those candies that people are allowed aboard the freight cars. Then Miss Foss, yes? Vergilius, after exchanging a knowing look and a nod with Foss, escorted the particularly peeved Karon away. Dante, let us proceed this way. We followed Foss's guidance to the entrance of our train car. Damn! Whoa, hey, our colors are starting to come back. Ooh. Hey, these must be the fabled complimentary food and drink of the first class seats. Heck yeah. Of course, quality stuff like these gotta be included with that insane pricing. Why would they need that though? It's like, it's just a 10-second trip, isn't it? The general response to this room was a surprise at the rows upon rows of expensive-looking sizable capsules. Flash freeze hibernation, huh? I guess it literally freezes our bodies in a flash. Foss, are these flash freeze hibernation chambers? Devices, I can't say devices, there. Save. Let's see, 10 seconds trip. 10-second trip, yes. Oh dear. I also wonder if it will even work on Dante, considering Dante is a clock. Please elaborate on your exact definition of save. These things are supposed to freeze us solid, right? Can we really come back from something like that? A flash freeze hibernation device will put you in a temporary state of death caused by a rapid cellular cryopreservation process. However, the rapidity of the process prevents damage to your cells during the phase change. Therefore, in most normal cases, this will not cause any issues. Foss is aware that this model has fully resolved cell membrane breaching issues caused by cryogenic density change or by ice crystal coats of water molecules. I missed about half of what you said, but your point is that it's safe, right? Yes, as far as Foss is aware, even if an issue were to arise during the journey, because everyone will be reverted to their states at the beginning of the train trip upon arrival, there won't be any lasting complications from the said problem. You've got some real talent in dragging out something so simple as, yeah, it's safe, to so many words. Seriously. Indeed, as Foss's talents are not limited to a singular field. Okay, but that still leaves a lot to be worried about. Just as I was wondering, however, I realized that there was something odd about the way she phrased that answer. As far as Foss is aware, are you saying that it could be wrong? As a general rule, Foss does not err. However, Foss is also not a divine being. There are certain information in the world that Foss is yet to have access to. Therefore, while Foss may speak the facts, what is said may not always align with the truth. Okay. Duality of UVPX. Maybe UV is going on a redemption arc, or who knows? For Brian. They don't call first class for nothing, I guess. The Corp's way up there is up there in the northernmost corner of the city, but these things will take us there in the blink of an eye, huh? That's one hell of a time saver. Hoo-ha, hoo-ha, hoo-ha. Prepare thyself, Roche Dante. Thus begins the long jaunt. Oh, I've been meaning to ask Don Quixote. Do you ever, wash those shoes? Where did that come from, Prodia? No, I mean like, think back to when we were inside that whale. When that whale blew up, we got all kinds of its gross, slimy bits on us. They were on our clothes, our shoes, everything. Yeah. And do you remember how much we had to scrub to get that bloody fleshy gunk out of our clothes? This really isn't something I want to revisit, but yeah. Right? And do you also remember how Don Quixote never took her shoes off once during that whole ordeal? Okay, I guess they do look a bit filthy. I ask thee, dear compatriots, hast thou ever witnessed an errant knight who leaves the sight of their beloved steed? Can't say I've ever witnessed a knight before, though. Then thou shalt know, starting now. Behold it, hearken to it, and remember it well. They don't spare us even a moment of quiet, do they? Whoa, have you been on one of these, Otis? I've been treated to premium VIP seats of similar grandiosity back when. This is nothing to fuss over. Otis, who was sitting there and shaking her legs, suddenly asked Foss a question. Hey, you're confident that no accidents ever occurred on one of these first-class cars, yes? In order to prevent cases of unnecessary anxiety and misgivings among listeners, the history of accidents that has occurred aboard warp trains will not be shared. Wait, what the? Beep. Oh, I think we're leaving soon. This is for warp train PW612, bound for Pico. Boarding period is ending soon. Listeners who were either leisurely enjoying their complimentary snacks or taking a look around the first class seat suddenly became a lot busier. Then let us hurry and enter our capsules before it's too late. Oh no, why isn't this? The other sinners made it into their capsules no problem, but I felt like I was the only one who's fumbling. Is it anxiety, Dante? I think so. I mean, I see like some kind of gas mask here. How the hell is Dante even gonna use that? Dante doesn't even have a nose. Initiating warp in 10 minutes. Allow me to assist you. Stand as though you are leaning back, and Foss guided me into the capsule as though she'd done something like this before. Then press the button inside the capsule that closed the hatch. Okay, funny. Do not worry too much. We will meet again in but a moment, Dante. I thought I heard a brief sigh, but the hatch shut tightly before I could ask her anything. Initiating warp. Please confirm that your seatbelts are firmly fastened. The last thing I saw before my capsule began to fill with gas was Foss climbing into her own capsule, opposite of mine. I had no idea then what she really meant by "we will meet again in but a moment." Question mark? Dante, you must wake up, Dante. Do your dailies. But one thing I knew for sure was an inconceivable situation has occurred. That something had seriously gone wrong. Okay. Oh my god, that's very blue. Oh god, I need more sleep. Alright, confirm. Let's see. Disappearing passengers. Come on. We're here already? Wow, I guess that wasn't an exaggeration at all. It really all happened in the blink of an eye. As always, Foss was giving me her usual look, which was a complete lack of any emotive expression. Which I suppose is why I didn't immediately register that something had gone awry. No, we're not yet at our destination. Huh? When it finally came to, and after I had some time to digest that odd reply, I looked up at her face once again, and realized that her expression was more antsy than usual by a microscopically minuscule degree. Are you sure that's not just placebo? So, this train is still running? Yes. Then where are we? I believe we are currently stranded in an unidentified dimension. Coordinates unknown. I took a reflective deep breath from the sheer horror of the numerous implications stuffed into that dryly delivered sentence. When that passed, the first thing that struck my mind was that we were about to suffer the very thing that we were so worried about. I see. But I soon found myself calming down. Yeah, this had to be a part of Foss's plan. She probably saw this coming from a mile away. I'm sure she's about to proudly tell me every little detail of her plan that will help us out of this situation. Oh god. But this is all just part of the plan, right, Foss? That was an unusually long silence from Foss. We were half correct, yet half incorrect. With that, Foss left me to flounder in the chaotic stream of vaguely terrifying information as she began stopping by each capsule to wake the sinners. Ooh, we're here already? Man, it really happened in the blink of an... No. Oh, what's this? We're here already? For real? It really happened in the blink of an... No. Whoa, we're here already? I guess I really was worrying over nothing. No. Oh, no. Vine boom. Yet I have not uttered a single word. There was a brief cheer, a little hurrah from regaining our colors, followed by a flat-toned explanation of our current predicament, which was then followed by a long loaded silence, which was a sequence of events I had the pleasure of watching play out on about 10 consecutive occasions. Dante, I understand your confusion. However, perhaps an elaboration of our present circumstances is necessary. And that brings us to the present. Let me get this right. This train's still running, and we're drifting through some unknown dimension. Ooh, odd about that struck me as quite dramatic. Most importantly, are you saying that you already knew that this would happen fast? Yes. What the hell is wrong with you, huh? The listeners begin to voice their anger. Of course, this wasn't the first time Foss and Vergilius intentionally and knowingly omitted some details about events in our path. Also, let me quickly chat. The can use the safe load system. Anything that happened in between is forgotten and they're safe loaded. Yeah. Okay. What are you, insane? It's not like we can just retreat or jump out of that door when stuff hits the fan. Opening the door will result in nearly imminent destruction of the physical body. But hey, at least you know what to do like you always do. You've got a plan, right? ... Right? Foss, whom I had rarely even ever seen at all for words, was unusually slow to respond. What's up with her? Lass looks totally out of it today. She gives me a sideways glance. There must be something she can't discuss in front of the sinners. Guys, let's pause for a bit. She said that something inconceivable's happened. The other sinner's anger was completely understandable. It also makes sense that this continued lack of communication was harming our trust in Foss. Alright, we're going to go over the situation from the start, okay? And so I need to chat again. Damn, bro is enjoying the story, bro is logged in. What do you mean? My body is feeling floaty. But just letting things play out might really turn everyone against Foss and for good. Besides... I thought Foss woke us up in the middle of the trip just to spite us. First things first, I gotta get the sinners to calm down, then I'll ask Foss to tell us what happened. If there's a problem, we'll figure it out and deal with it as we move along. Tell us what's going on, Foss, all of it, and in a way that we can all understand. Let's hear her out first. Is that okay with you guys? If you say so, I'll go along with it. Fine, I suppose losing my right really ever did anything. Thank you then. After some time, the gist of Foss' explanation was as follows. The cause of this issue, as always, involved a certain contract and a unilateral decision from the higher-ups of Limbus Company. W Corp caught wind of Limbus Company's recent distortion contract management promotions and decided to contact us to deal with a mysterious, repeated series of incidents suspected to have been caused by distortion, after multiple failed attempts to resolve it on their own, of course. The distortion themselves likely did not pose a problem for W Corp. Based on the available information, it can be determined that they would have all been neutralized as soon as the train arrived, and any transformed passengers would have been reverted to their human forms. But the real issue was that the passengers were disappearing. Passengers spirited away? Alas, such is an impossibility aboard these trains, is it not? That is the question for which we must discover the precise cause and effect of. Did W Corp share anything to get us started? That appears to be the most prominent cause of this misunderstanding. She explained that W Corp refused to share anything about the trains because they were concerned about maintaining the secrets of their singularity. Maybe that's exactly why they sought out an upstart business like Limbus Company to deal with this. Now that I think about it, we won't even know where to start if we didn't have access to the information that the identity cards had to offer. Voss produced what happened to be a keycard with W Corp a logo on it before continuing with her explanations. However, we were given this master keycard that can open and close the hibernation capsules at will. We may return to our respective capsules as soon as the contract is fulfilled and safely complete the rest of the journey, as we had planned from the beginning. These bloody wings. Every single one of them has been an absolute bore me. I think it's a bit unkind of them to ask us to finish the puzzle without all the important pieces. At least at T-Corp, their chief executive director tagged along as our assistant, not to mention kindly explaining so many new things to us. It sounds like Miss Voss was stuck between a rock and a hard place herself. Some sinners grew more receptive after her explanations, albeit with a sigh. Yeah, I would have appreciated if you at least gave us a hint. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but it's not like there's someone out there monitoring your every move and every word, right? That is... But not everyone was willing to let this go without saying their piece. Next time I will take your inputs into account. ... And that's everything I can do for her. It's an undeniable truth that Voss has disappointed the sinners with what she's done. But she's Voss, after all. I'm sure she has backup plans to get us out of this situation. So what's next on our agenda? Yeah, what's done is done, right? Besides, it's not like we gotta rot away for thousands of years inside this metal box. That is something I must first discuss with Dante. Discuss? But discussing things with other people is very unlike Voss. Why are we discussing Voss? We must converse in a lower volume, Dante. Well, why are we whispering? Her secretive attitude only exacerbated my already battered sense of safety. My connection to Gesellschaft, Voss, has been severed. I'm sorry, what? I cannot access Voss' knowledge at the moment. I guess I really was right to be anxious. Okay. I guess fair enough, considering we're like somewhere in a weird dimension or something. Yeah. Hey, it's the fucking like rip space card art. Alright, let's see. Inaccessible, what's this? Enter. And then... Oh! 12 IDs? Okay. Alright, that's interesting. I guess I'll like just play some random IDs because like I really don't have that many IDs. Yeah. I wonder why we have 12 IDs for this. Yeah, we'll be fine. Yeah, backup system in place. That's interesting. If you use rape space in this battle, the train will do alarm. Yes. What do you mean you can? Wait, is it actually real, or is it just you being the train is not the battle MB? Oh, is it a different one? I don't know. Let's see. In the most literal sense, my access to Voss input and information, which has always been readily available, is completely severed. Oh, what if everything about this situation is something you don't have access to yet, like you said last time? One can completely dismiss that possibility, but even that is uncertain. Every answer Voss has given me was always full of confidence and methodical expertise. I don't think she ever said a sentence that was this full of speculation and doubt. Then Voss, you are... Yes, at this moment I am limited to operating only with my knowledge. Exclamation mark? I cannot discern the cause of this disconnection. More than enough precautions have likely been taken in case of interdimensional travel, but perhaps Foss did not take into account an occasion in which we may have to access an unidentified dimension such as this. Or even if it was taken into account, this particular dimension may not yet have been subjected to cross-observation. If that is not the case, then no, never mind. There was nothing that suggested that my connection to Foss will be lost, not even as we boarded the train. To be honest, this is a rather disagreeable situation for me. Alright, for now. Now that changes everything. I recall the last thing I saw before the hatch on the capsule closed, when Foss told me not to worry too much. Okay, this is a minor setback. Nothing we can't beat, right? We got this. Yeah, zero Wi-Fi. I didn't drop any frames. It began to matter like I was trying to convince myself. Let's see. It's in case one of your signals get both pickups since in 7 and 8. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's kind of like in Mirror Dungeon, right? It's in case you lose one of your sinners game sense in. Yeah, it's like, again, it's kind of like in Mirror Dungeon. I'm just surprised to see it on the story notes. I began to matter like I was trying to convince myself. As a manager, my job is to calm everyone down and set their sights on the future, just as Foss did for me immediately before the hatch closed. If you're right about why you were disconnected, then that problem will solve itself once we're off the train. And if we do ever run out of options, I'll just read the clock and see what happens. Oh god, hold on. My god. Sorry. Don't stress yourself too much. We still have a lot to work with. You acknowledge my clock at disinterest, and I could feel my confidence taking a hit with every word that came out of my metaphorical mouth. But that seemed to be enough for Foss. She nodded. Yeah, I mean, maybe like on the 1 hour mark, or maybe 1:30, I might actually need to dip just because, oh my god, my body is falling apart. Yeah. I might do it on the whatchamacallit again. I might stream again tomorrow. I don't know yet. I'll see. But yeah, unbreakable coin overuse. The game will get hard from this point. Oh boy. Hell yeah. Let's see. Wait for come out. Understood. And to the sinners, the fact that we are currently confined to a warp train in operation must be a source of enough stress. I believe that sharing Foss' current state with them will add an unnecessary source of tension. You rigged it. We give you a taste of heaven for you to pursue it, only to drop you back into hell. Cheeseball hell. What? So really the store ain't gonna do anything? We're all going to bite it once it opens? How many times do I have to tell you that you're not even strong enough to break this door down? A billion years in this box. Yeah, good idea. So what now? Do we have to take a searching sweep around each car or something? In the grand scheme of things, yes. Foss cleared the air with a cough before continuing. By Aquacorp's standard timescale, approximately 3 days have passed since our departure. As per the contract between Limbus Company and W Corp, I acquired the master keycard placed inside my capsule and adjusted the hatch settings to open automatically in 3 days. 3 days, huh? I feel like I just blinked, and I guess that's hibernation for you. As you are all informed prior to boarding, there is no way for the economy class passengers to enter the first class car. That is why this place has remained untouched. However, cross-referencing my own deductions and W Corp's rather fragmentary explanations, I can assume that the situation is currently under progress in the economy class cars. The part where they crash the shit out of one another, tearing their limbs off and all that mess. No, I doubt that. I don't think it gets that bad in just 3 days. Besides, that's supposed to be business as usual for W Corp, right? There must be something else that's out of the ordinary that they want us to deal with. Precisely. In my opinion, it is... Ooh, hold on that thought for a moment. Just as Foss was about to continue, Don Quixote raised her index finger to her lips and signaled her to be quiet. Dost thou hear as I do? Scratching nay. A rapping. Pursuit. Fast escape must be, As Don Quixote kept listening with her ear to the door, an odd expression of half curiosity and half horror appeared on her face. It is possible that we must be, Lady Faust? After that very distressful noise, everyone simultaneously turned their heads to look at Faust. Oh my god. Who closed her eyes briefly in thought. Please step aside for a moment, Don Quixote. It will be best if I observe it with my own eyes. With that, she produced the master keycard from her pocket and approached the panel installed next to the door. Oh, hang on a minute. You're going to open the door? I intend to follow your usual flavor of suggestion, Heathcliff. That there are times in which a physical altercation is preferable to detached ruminations. My suggestion? Well, I ain't going to disagree with you there, but what's gotten into you, lass? After all, how could I deduce anything without seeing it myself? Bleep. After a brief mechanical beep, hideous creatures suddenly crashed through the open door and charged wildly in our direction. Fight, let's go. Okay. Oh boy. Or maybe like, oh, they don't look too hideous. The mermaids are more hideous. They look very normal. Yeah. But yeah, what I want to say again, something about call again. Oh yeah, tomorrow. If I end this early tomorrow, I might stream, but part of me maybe I should just like rest a bit. I don't really know. Because I feel like it's, you know, I guess it's like very difficult to keep like, you know, my usually upbeat personality if I'm like extremely tired. You know, I'll think about it. I'll see. I mean, if I'm gonna like, if I end early, I'll probably like take a quick nap. I still need to like do some stuff later at morning. But then Friday I might try to sleep the entire day, because I do need to like go out early at Saturday at the morning. Need to do some stuff. Saturday I will still stream normally though. Yeah. Please stop streaming and start sleeping for one day. Yeah. Honestly, at this point, probably, because like, oh my god, I actually really like, my body is legit falling apart. I mean, I guess that's kind of like what barely getting sleep does to your body. Lady Faust, however similar in appearance they may have been to the passengers, verily, it is as though they were in complete want of sense. Like people pacified by the whale. Don Quixote hesitated until the last second to raise her weapon against them. She hung her head mournfully. Just sleep stream so we can farm cheese balls. Yeah. Oh, actually, I wonder if I should bring back the screensaver stream. Like the stream where it's just like the Hanan Balls screensaver. yeah, that does exist. Once. Maybe I should bring that back. Let me see. Don Quixote hesitated until the last second to raise her weapon against them. She hung her head mournfully. Normally, Faust would have told her more information about those monsters before the fight began. And she would not have been burdened by the sheer thought of bringing harm to the innocent. Faust began searching the area, closely observing various bodies and the general area for information. You appear particularly inquisitive today, Mr. Faust. Yeah, are you usually the one who has all the answers while we're racking our brains trying to come up with something? The sinners were starting to feel that there's something off about Faust's behavior. Please remember tomorrow. Yeah, I'll try. They might even soon realize that there's something wrong with Faust. Don Quixote, they are not dead. Huh? Observe closer. The parts are all tethered to one another by something, are they not? Oh. It appears that the flow of time has ceased in this space. Therefore, it follows that the connections that tether bodies to life and away from death remain intact. To my relief, Foss managed to correctly figure out what's going on, unlike her usual self, even if it took her slightly longer than it usually does. Hey, what did I say? We got this. Huh? What was that all about? Oh, nothing. But I'd forgotten that not all sinners were content with nodding along with whatever information Foss told us. The flow of time is seized aboard a warp train, is it? Isang grew pensive, seeing that Foss lips parted for a moment before closing shut. I was starting to get a good read of her expressions. There was an unmistakable look of regret, however short-lived. Also, welcome Leonardo Steven. Howbeit, would it not be more accurate to muse that the flow of time has decelerated to the point where, to an extra-dimensional observer, it has slowed to a stop? What is your perspective regarding this situation? Yes, that is the most rational suggestion, Yi-san. Did Miss Foss just get something wrong? Wow, Yi-san sure is a time expert, right? Can you summarize it in easier language now that we are talking about it anyway? Yes, Yi-san the ChatGPT. Gladly, if you allow me. Yi-san began to elaborate with the general enthusiasm. That was close. To speak in brevity, it can be said that that is not an element aboard this train. And can you maybe speak in a little less brevity? To elaborate? Verily, this one's heart beats still. Don Quixote lowers her head and listens closely to what appeared to be a dismembered torso, and shouts with relief. Their state is akin to an unassembled jigsaw puzzle, merely immobilized and separated. Let's see. Though their corpus has been sundered, the concept of death is at a state of, for all intents and purposes, eternal delay aboard this train, existence in continuance of moratorium. Forced they are to be tethered upon the tiniest yet tenacious thread of life. I ill understood what had been said here, yet they are not dead all the same, If their separate parts are all connected, then it can be said that no matter how entangled their bodies become, it's not impossible to eventually get their parts together to form a single passenger. Thus, naturally, we can determine how and why the profession W Corp cleanup agent has come to be. I see, because someone will have to categorize and reconstruct these puzzles once the journey is over. It's really baffling to me that a job like that even exists. Ever seen a wing that wasn't baffling in every sense of that word? Still, I guess it means that as long as the train arrives at the station, they'll be all put back together like nothing happened. From what I learned through the W Corp identities, the main job was to gather chunks of flesh together to bring them back to their original shapes before they boarded the trains. Oh god. It's a lot more visual when I have to look at it in person. That is quite the auspicious news among ill tidings indeed. It soon clicked in me that Foss was, though with some awkward effort, trying to do as I watched. Don Quixote saw with relief. Maybe Foss was trying to cheer Don Quixote up with in her own way. The other Foss would not find it even necessary to do something like that. Dante? What's up? ... Oh, time to whisper, right? Indeed. And I intend to collect further intelligence. Well, if there's anything I can tell you... Foss cast a dark gaze towards the chunks of flesh. Her gaze remained fixed upon them as she whispered. Are they distortions or abnormalities? Oh yeah, I actually wanted to ask you about that. They weren't humans, that's for sure. From them, I felt the same sensation I felt from monsters. Something inexplicable, an unclear sensation or an aura. I felt this somewhere before, I'm sure of it, but I can't quite pinpoint the source of this sensation. One thing I do know for sure is that this sensation was not the same feeling I got from abnormalities, distortion, or even the Pecatula. I also just realized, I wonder if the disappearing is just the, like, just the two instances of disappearances, on the, like, during the time of Library of Ruina, I don't know. Let's see. 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 if I had to lean one way or the other, I'd say they're closer to distortions. I'm sorry, I don't think they're either of those. It's difficult to be certain at the moment. Again, I'm not sure how I can explain this, but they're very, very similar to distortions, but also different. If you had to ask, then I'm gonna guess Faust doesn't know. Faust may know, but I, at this moment, have no way of knowing. I feel like I should apologize for that. There is no need, Dante. Though the information you have provided me is rather ambiguous, it has helped me deduce something afterward. And collecting intelligence myself and creating deductions based on sparse information is quite... She paused, holding a bloody, slimy chunk of flesh in her hands. Did she just smile to herself with gore in her hands? Ooh, finally, the awakening has begun. Oh dear. Alright, let's see. Is this next one gonna be like just a fight note or a story note? If it's just a fight note, I might like do it. If it's a story note, I might like skip it. Okay, it's a story note, alright. Okay, in that case, yeah. I mean, I guess this one only has 15. I wonder how many like the previous one has. This one doesn't really have that many nodes, so I think like next time... Oh yeah, this never mind, it only has 15. Yeah, don't worry, I mean, I guess you can always continue with next time, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I guess like for those of you who like didn't catch what I was like talking about earlier, I barely got any sleep since Tuesday, so I really I'm extremely tired. I thought I could like just squeeze in a stream, maybe for like the usual 4 hours, maybe 3 hours. But clearly I'm struggling way too much, so I'll probably wrap it up here for now, cause yeah, a bit too body's kind of thing. Also, I forgot I have this thing. Let me just claim my rewards. yeah. But yeah, clearly my body is kind of like suffering a bit too much with the thing. So I'll probably just take a nap for now. And yeah. Whether I will stream this again tomorrow depends a lot on whether I have the energy or not. But I will try to not, because Saturday is kind of a full day for me. Like I need to go out in the morning, and then night I have Minecraft, and Minecraft I usually go overtime, so I do need to like recover some energy. So yeah. Thanks for coming anyways, everyone. We'll continue Limbus again next week, or either next week or Monday or Wednesday. I'm not entirely sure. I'll see first, depending on my energy level. Okay. yeah. It doesn't help that I have been like getting into like some other work as well, so very exhausted. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I didn't even do my dailies. I'll just probably like lay down, just wind rate my dailies, and then sleep. So yeah. Thanks for coming anyways, everyone. Stay cool. Remember to get enough sleep, cause you know what not enough sleep does to a person. Like, holy shit, my body. I'm legit feeling my body whatchamacallit again? My body falling apart even more. So yeah. Let me take a sip. Good night, everyone. I really should have just made this a daily stream, doing my daily stream. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Bye bye. Have a nice day. I'm gonna sleep. Bleep.